Hi everyone and welcome to day 4. We're going to be getting right into it today with a more powerful practice. I'm going to introduce you to sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. We're going to create some energy for the day ahead. So from your seated position, whether it's on your shins or on your bottom, we're going to take a nice deep inhale and reach those arms up towards the ceiling and exhale through the mouth, let it go. And one more, inhale, exhale, beautiful. Take those arms up again, inhale. You're going to bring the palms together now and exhale the hands to the heart. Now, if you'd like to set an intention here, you can. What do you need today? How do you want to feel? And just set that clear in your mind. We're going to inhale the arms back up and exhale them down to release. So right arm's coming up and over now for a side body stretch as we just mobilize the body. Take that left arm up and exhale, release. Wonderful. Now you're going to sweep the arms behind the back, clasp your fingers, roll your shoulder blades together, open that heart, take an inhale and then exhale, release. Bring the arms in front, clasp your fingers, palms forward, round through the spine. Inhale the arms up and exhale to release. Next up, you're going to sweep those legs off to one side, bring them in front of you. We're going to straighten the legs out in front. I want you to point your toes, point your fingers forward, pull that navel into the spine and see if you can roll yourself down on your back using those core muscles. Coming onto the back and then taking a nice big full body stretch. Now from here, we're going to bring the arms forward and the knees into the chest. So we're going to start to activate the core. So lower your feet, full body stretch on the inhale, navel to spine on the exhale, knees into the chest. Let's try it again. So I've just got to budge down my mat a little bit. So full body stretch, inhale, toes turn up, navel to spine. Use the core to draw the knees into the chest. And then we're just going to take a little break, hug the knees in for a moment. And on this next round, you can keep practicing like that. Or if you need to challenge yourself, try to do it with your legs straight or less bent or lift the feet a little bit earlier. Inhale, full body stretch. And then exhale, draw those legs in, but really engage your core first. So navel to spine. Inhale, navel to spine, lift the legs, draw the knees into the chest. Excellent. One more, inhale and bring them in. So we're starting to create a little fire in the belly and we're going to rock ourselves up now to seated and then come through onto the hands and knees. Now from your tabletop position, I want you to push into the tops of the feet, draw your lower belly in, and you can either stay with that or see if you can lift the knees off the ground to hover, pushing away from the mat, drawing your lower belly in, and then set them down. That's quite challenging. Let's try again. Push into the feet, maybe lift the knees, feel that core work, and then lower the knees. You can sit your bottom back to your heels now in Balasana. Head can come to the floor or a block. And just start to notice already that we've stirred that prana up, that life force. We're going to start to really positively affect our energetic channels today. So coming back to that tabletop position, we're going to practice again, lifting the knees, hovering. Just practice it. If it doesn't work for you today, it doesn't matter. Just push into your feet and draw your lower belly in. And then we'll move into a few cat-cows just to loosen up the spine and the shoulders. So the tailbone lifts and look forward as you inhale and then tuck and round as you exhale. Let's get all the way into that spine. Nice fluid movement. Excellent. So spread the fingers, tuck your toes now and see if you can lift up to down dog or a little half down dog and start to pedal out those feet. Bring the knees back down, right foot steps behind. And then we're going to lift it back up again. So tucking the toes, hips back up into downward dog or practice in your half. And then we're going to walk it up to the front of the mat. Hands onto the shins, look forward, halfway lift, and then bend the knees and fold. Push into the feet, rise up to standing. Let's take those arms all the way up as we inhale. And then exhale, the hands together at the heart, Samastiti. Arms by your sides. Inhale. So we're doing a modified sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows and knees, fold forward. You're going to step one knee back and the other. So you're back into a tabletop. Come down, bring your forearms to the floor, and then slide your legs all the way back. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in, pubis down, lift the chest. Inhale and exhale to release. Push up to your knees and then sit back in child's pose, bottom to heels. So we've got a nice modified version there. We don't have to be too strenuous. That might feel strenuous. That might be enough. Come back up to the hands and knees. Spread your fingers. If you want to, you can take a little down dog here. If you prefer not to, you can come up to standing from wherever you are. So walking it back to the front of the mat, halfway lift, folding in and then rounding up, bringing that body up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do it again, but this time we will take a full version. Arms up as you inhale, fold it forward as you exhale. And you can either go back to your knees or step back to a high plank this time. Either do what you did before or from plank, lower your knees, bend your elbows and bring the chest onto the ground. Cobra again, chest lifts and lowers. And then you either can take that child's pose again, or this time if you want to, you can lift back to that plank and lift your hips up nice and high in down dog. So whichever one feels best. And then we're going to make our way to the front of the mat. So remember, you can be doing this your own way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Push into the feet. Rise it up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. So now we're going to practice stepping back to a lunge. So when you're ready, from your front of your mat, we're going to take those arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees, fold forward. Now hands to the mat, step your right foot behind you, lower the knee to the floor. Knee and ankle should be in line on that front foot. Push into the front foot, lift the body. And if you feel balanced enough, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, tuck the back toe and step back to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, exhale, fold, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Other side, arms come up. Fold it forward. Left foot steps back, knee to the floor. Lift the chest, push into the front foot, find that low lunge, take your time. And then bring the hands back down. Step it forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Push into the feet, rise it up, take the arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart, Samastiti. Well done. So it's a bit quicker today. So be patient with yourself. You can rewind it. You can try it again. There's no rush. So we're going to be coming now into Utkatasana chair pose. So feet together. And we're going to start by bending the knees, sitting your weight back into your heels and taking the arms in front, lifting up through that pelvic floor and through the chest. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to start to stand up straight and lift your right leg up into a standing Tadasana, one leg Tadasana, and then bring it back down to that chair pose. Bend the knees, weight in the heels, chest lifts. Let's do the other side. So we're going to start to straighten in a moment. Lift the left leg. Just see where you can go. Don't worry if you wobble. And then sit back into your chair pose. We're going to add on a little bit more now. So a bit of balance here. Lifting up through those arms. And then we're going to step the right foot behind, big toe to the floor. And see if you can lift that back leg up. Arms can come out to the side here for balance. This is Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So just play with it. We're aiming to make a T shape with the body. You might keep your big toe on the floor today. Don't worry about coming all the way into it. And then set yourself back into chair pose when you've had a little try of that. We're going to do the other side. So step your left foot behind, put your big toe on the floor, sort of get your balance, get your bearings, and then just start to lift that left leg up any amount. Don't go too far forward with your upper body. You don't want to be sort of shifting the weight too far forward. And then set back to your chair pose. Well done. Straighten up, inhale. Bring the hands down to the lower back now. Just sort of push into your lower back, lift your chest. Open that chest a little bit after that. And then release. Wonderful. So next up, we're going to come back to Utkatasana. Excellent. We're going to add on to this balance if you want to. So right leg lifts and you're sending it behind without touching the ground if you can. Remember this, you don't have to do this. You can do it the way you did it before. We're just playing around, but I want to give a few options. So bringing it back to chair. Well done. So the challenge here, lift the left leg and see if you can take it all the way through to warrior three. But you can pop that toe down, you can lift it up. It doesn't matter how much we're wobbling. Just be light-hearted with balance. Bring it back through if you can, left knee lifts. And then let's set it back down into chair pose. Now fold it forward over those bent knees, come into a forward fold. Rested forward fold here, so knees are really bent generously, elbow in each hand. Now for this next bit, if you're not able to do this, stay in this ragdoll pose. But for anyone who wants to, hands to the floor, open your feet as wide as the mat, turn your toes out and see if you can drop the tailbone down towards the floor for a yogic squat. Lifting through the chest, hands can come to the heart. For those who are not okay with this, please just stay in that ragdoll pose. Be nice and limp. It's just a little add-on if you want to take a malasana here. Hands back down if you're in malasana. Come back to your ragdoll pose. And then we're going to step back one knee and the other and sit the bottom back now into child's pose. So a lot quicker pace today, and don't let it scare you. They're all going to be different days. We've got some really nice, chilled, calm, slower ones coming up as well, but I want to keep it varied for you. So lifting up lifting up through the body now, just take the hands in front of you, legs in front of you, and we're just going to take a rotation. So hug the right knee into you, take the right hand behind the back, and then the left hand holds the right knee, and you start to twist towards that right shoulder. Now you can either stay with this or see if you can extend that right arm behind. That takes a bit more balance. Keep lifted up tall through your spine. Come back to center now. Either repeat the same thing or straighten out that right leg. Hold your big toe with the left hand and do the rotation in that way. So again, just an option. You can take the first version if you prefer. Keep the knee bent and rotate from there. Left leg hugs in, left hand behind. Start to lift and twist to the left. Now either stay here if you're happy with this, or again, you can see what it feels like just to lift that left arm, taking it all the way back while staying tall in your spine. Release the hand. Either repeat again with the knee bend or straighten the left leg. Lift up tall, start to turn and extend the left arm. So two options there, whichever works. You might want to pause and play around with it, and then you can release. Now both knees nice deeply bent. You're just going to drape forward, get a nice release through the spine. Start to ease out those lower back muscles a bit, and then start to come on up. I think I've given myself a little foot massage there. And then we're going to make our way down onto our back. You're probably like, for you, thank goodness. I'm going to turn the soles of the feet together, draw the navel to the spine, open the knees apart for a moment. Supta Baddha Konasana. So just take a moment here, let the breath steady. That might have felt quite challenging, quite hard work. You might have to pause it. We'll bring the knees in together now, arms out to a T, and let both knees go over to the right. Look over the left shoulder, take a deep breath. So winding it down, you've worked really hard. Inhale, knees back to center, over to the other side, looking over the right shoulder this time. Breathing into where you can feel this, maybe the spine, the shoulders, the hips. Nice deep breath. Inhale, knees back. We're going to take the knees into the chest now. You can do this one at a time or both together and just start to make some circular motions. Really attempt to massage out the lower back. So give that lower back a bit of TLC. And then feet goes to the floor with the knees bent. And we're just going to ground the navel to the spine. Lift the tailbone up a little bit. Just realign the pelvis before you lay down in Shavasana. And because we've done an energizing practice, I don't want to keep you in Shavasana if you don't want to be. So if you want to relax, stay there. If not, you're going to come up and you're going to sort of keep this energy alive that we've created for your day. But if it's the end of the day, take a Shavasana now. Pause me. But if you want to keep this sort of fire going, take the hands to the heart. Really breathe and feel into this energy that you've created, this strong practice. Take a few breaths just to sort of steady, come back to that Samavriti. And then leave it at that. Let that energy move into the day. Well done to everyone who attempted that class today. It was quick, it was fiery, it was designed to keep you on your toes, get you moving. So well done for trying it. If it was a bit too fast, a bit too quick, come back to it. You've got access to these videos now. Return to it. Don't let it put you off. You've got so much time and so many different styles of yoga, so you don't have to worry if some that you do are not for you. When we get to sort of week 6 and 7, it comes right back again, nice and sort of slow and steady. So there really is something for everyone in this practice. And for those who like it a bit quick, like it a bit fast, you're welcome, and I will see you tomorrow. Well done, guys. Namaste.